Hey guys, we're about a minute into TIPLINE going live. I want to jump on early to say hi to everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a few days since I actually have gone live. I've actually had more videos recorded than live. So let's go. All right. Before I get started, check these out. These are Facebook, aka Meta's new smart glasses. Pretty cool, right? Check this out. Hey Meta, take a picture. Do you see that light? Yeah. All right, let's jump in, guys. Let's jump in. Unfortunately, they're not like anti-reflective because you can kind of see them on the lenses. Okay, so hey TTG. All right, guys, we have a lot to discuss today. But before I do that, I just want to put up a disclosure that my name is Vincent Wynn. I am not a financial advisor. I am not here to give you financial advice. I'm here to read the chart and give you my interpretation of what the charts are saying. Okay, so let's jump in really quickly and look at AMC because, quite frankly, it's doing really well. And I'm very happy that AMC is doing really well. I am still extremely bullish, as you know, on AMC simply because it can't really go that much further down from $7, right? Or 70 cents pre-market, pre 10-1 split. So, get you up to date really quick if you haven't watched any of my AMC videos. It looks really busy right now. But let me move this guy out of the way real quick. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that. Let me delete that. Okay, so I have a doji rule, sort of. Yesterday was a doji day. I know it's got the tail down here and it's got the wick up here, but it's really interesting because if you watch as I explain this, the market opened on AMC at $9.91 yesterday, and then it closed at $9.92 yesterday. So it's 1 penny higher than it opened, which is in the stock market, even if it's just 1 penny, it's extremely bullish. And yeah, we'll go over it. Okay, guys, let me know how the sound is coming through. I'm testing out a new mic setup. I'm a little closer so that I want you to feel pretty intimate that we're in the same room together. Okay, all right, let's go back to AMC. So my doji rule is this: the day that the doji comes out is really not the day you should trade. You should look at what happens on the next day. Okay, so AMC opened up this morning at $9.99. It gapped up from 9.91, and then look what happened though. It came down to fill the gap. Right? We do not like gaps in the market. Gaps are bad because, well, gap going down if you're bullish is bad because it's going to come down to fill. Gap upwards is good if you're bullish because you want to gap up and to close out the gap. And that's what happened here today. It opened up, gapped up by about 8 cents, came down, filled the gap, awesome. Yesterday came down, filled the gap, awesome, right? And so my number one rule on this type of play is the next day, if the price opens above the close of the day prior where the doji was formed, then and it continues to trade upwards, then now that is a strong indicator that the market has reversed, especially for AMC here. Now, if we come back down here and look at this candle on the 5th, it opened at 825, closed at 815, so it's really close. I mean, we're talking fractions of a penny here. Even though it traded not as high up, it's very close to where it was pointing in the direction that the trend was going up. Okay, same thing here today. Volume is decent, 21.47 million shares, pushing the price up. So if you see this green zone here, I marked this as the new trading zone for AMC. Where was that? I think that was on another chart where I marked it. And look what happened. It broke above, came down, and tests right at the height of this zone. Okay, so again, this is leg 2 to 3 on the day chart, which is extremely bullish. Everything that AMC is doing right now is classic playbook for a reversal. And leg 2 to 3 is, for the most part, extremely bullish. It is where you will get the most gain. So I have this green zone here as a fib retracement of 1618. The bottom of 1198 is 2618. TTOO, maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Okay, that's a pump stock. We'll see. And then 3618 is up here at $13.78. So now what's happening here is we're right at $1.68 zone. If AMC can demonstrate tomorrow that it can continue this bullish pattern that I drew out, I think last week, then yeah, absolutely, it's going towards this 2618 fib retracement. That is extremely bullish. Okay. All right. So enough of AMC. Second stock I want to look at is FNGR before we move on to the team stock. Just because I've been very bearish on FNGR, just because I trust the harmonic pattern. I trust the fact that it already proved itself, this natural spring reaction when the pattern closed, it had this natural reaction within 1 to 4 days. Okay, coming down, nailed price target 1, came back up to XA, test XA leg, came back down, bam, nailed price target 1 again. And then it's now retraced towards leg B, A to B. And look at these two retracement level here. 1618. You remember on AMC how AMC nailed the 1618 bullish retracement up here? Right here. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, how did I do that again? Okay, hold on a second. This is from this leg to here is 1618 retracement. Okay, that's the bullish side. On finger, leg B to C is a bearish retracement, 1618, starting from 738 down to 231. That's a really, really big retracement, but my thinking is it should settle somewhere along the line of the 200 SMA on the day chart at 333 or right above it here at 361 according to this bearish deep crab pattern. Okay, so my thesis on FNGR retracing down to price target 2, I'm still 100% conviction that FNGR will retrace. It's not going to change. Look how it's following the trend down right now. And once it hits somewhere down here, it's going to free fall. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you I trust the TA. So I'm not being a shill. I'm not a pay shill. All I'm doing is reading the chart, whether it's up or down. Okay, when FNGR was down here at 4, I was very bullish because I know leg 4 to 5 is in progress, and I was bullish. No one called me a shill because I was eye to eye with you. But now that the trend has turned, guess what? It's now bearish. So you gotta go with the trend. You can't simply call someone a shill because they see the market for what it is at that moment in time. Okay. All right. So next up is, I know, Niem, you mentioned there's a lot. You guys have a lot of tickers to go through. Let's go through VFS really quick. So VFS, I know intimately just because I've been charting it. I mentioned that once it free fall from 972, we should see the bottom at around $7. And guess what? At $7, it's starting to show some sign of reversal. It is out of the oversold. Actually, back here, it popped out of oversold on 928, but it just took forever to consolidate and got drawn down way more than it should be, I think, because I thought it would bounce around here in this area, but no, it got dragged down more. I would not, I personally, not financial advice, not financial advice. I personally would wait for FNGR to break above the 8 EMA on the day chart, which is like 881, before even consider coming in, because look what's happening all the way down. All right, it respected the 8 EMA and the 3 on the way up, and look, it respected it after it crossed down and remained below it. So knowing that key principle about technical analysis, why would you want to take the risk of entering a stock that hasn't demonstrated a solid bullish movement? Even if it broke above the 8 EMA by 1 penny, it's a major resistance level right now, and it needs to turn into support. In order to do that, it needs to break above, come back down and test the level, probably consolidate 3 or 4 days, and then if it does break it, it still needs to get out of my danger zone area. The $9 is super dangerous. It could still turn and come back down. But once it proves that it can, once you get like a double bottom or a triple bottom within, right at around 8 EMA, then yeah, it might be time to take a short position or a start position, because guess what? The next level where the 200 and the 200 and the 20-day moving average sits right at 1250, 1258. So that tells me that this area is a nice entry zone to be in, right? If it can break above the 8. The 8 is my benchmark, and that's my key indicator to tell me that, hey, it's almost time to come in. Now, that being said, look at the oscillator. The oscillator also needs to break above the 50 for me to even consider coming in, just because anytime I feel like, or anytime I see that the price action can get above the 50, that tells me that there's momentum to the upside. Okay, so that's VFS. VFS. All right, so we just covered AMC, we covered FNGR, we covered VFS. Next up is, I'm just going to go down the list, guys. Yeah, you also had, hey Rob, hey, welcome. Good to see you on. Lao, welcome. Hey, I think you're new. Welcome to TIPLINE. Thanks for the feedback on the sound. AIM, NIM, TTG. Yeah, okay. All right, fine. I'll look at TTOO for you. I need to know what is the next stock, guys, for us to look at. I think PRST. Yep. Let's look at PRST. That was on the list as well. PRST. Oh, this is exactly, guys. This is exactly what I talked about, right? It showed signs of some sort of retracement for PRST, and then look what happened here. There was zero follow through for PRST. Zero follow through right here. Broke above the 3 EMA, but then it touched the 8 once. Touched 8 once. What do you think is going to happen next for PRST? Most likely it's going to come down to about $1.23, right? This is the last low. So if it couldn't hold or even get above the 8 EMA, right here, this green line, why would you want to come into PRST? You have to ask yourself, why would you want to enter? I don't. I mean, there are way better plays out there than PRST right now. Okay, I think Yim, you wanted to take a look at this, and now you've got my thoughts on it. It's not a good play simply because if you look at the trend, go back and look at FNGR. No, look at VFS. Look at VFS. The price respected the 3, never was able to break above the 8. As long as you see price parallel to the 8, respecting the 3 on the way down, it's going to remain on that trend until something happens. The way I just explained how it should reverse on VFS. Okay, all right, guys. Next up, all right, I'll look at TTOO for TTG. TTOO. All right, T2 Biosystem. You know what, TTG? The volume on TTO is quite good. It's very good. I like the gap up, but I hate the gap up. I mean, to me, it's almost like a ticking time bomb. Why? Because I see a couple of things here. The first price target for the bulls back here on this bearish crab pattern was 20, let's see, 29 cents. Okay, I'm going to map this out for you. 29 cents. Second price target was 20 cents. And I remember TAing this and saying that it's going to hit price target too. These price target has not changed. It's been there since I T8 this for you guys very early. They don't change. Once they print the pattern and they print the price levels, the targets don't change. Okay, so what happens now? Price just broke above price target 1 at 29 cents. And look where it's heading on the day chart. 50 SMA, which is at right at 32 cents. My thinking is the next big hurdle is for TTO to break back above 31, come back down, test it, consolidate, either go up or go down. We won't know that until later this week. Okay. Right now it's a ticking time bomb because you have these gaps that needs to get filled. There are gaps that needs to get filled. And should TTO come down to test the lows and to close the gap, the first price target down is going to be 25.8 because that's the 20 right there. If that does not hold 20 and 8, if that doesn't hold, it's going to come down and fill this gap here as well. And that's going to be at 20 cents. If that doesn't hold, then you've got a little bit of gap down here, but it may not do it now. It could take months to fill these gaps, but just be really careful. And in fact, from the time I drew this out for you, this almost looks like a bullish harmonic pattern that's forming. So this is the way market structure works. You've got M's and you've got W's. Okay. When you see M's, that means that there is an opportunity for long up. You see W, price has gone up, you see an opportunity to short or puts going down. Okay. M's and W. You learn that, you learn the market structure. Okay. I hope that helps on TTOO. Right now, it's for me, it's a watch. If I'm already in it, it's a potential scaling out. Because if you bought in down here, let's say you entered down here, holy cow, you're sitting at almost 60% gain. 60% gain. Okay. You got to start looking at the levels. You got to see the fact that it's about to butt up against a huge resistance. 50 moving 50-day moving average, and it's very close to price target 1 for the bears right here. So there's a lot of resistance, a lot of traffic, and a lot of resistance at this level. I really hope that helps. I mean, in my mind, that's how I see TTO right now. It's moved too much in one direction, 60%, and it's got a ton of resistance to the left. You know, it's kind of like when you're driving and you need to make a left-hand turn on a really, really busy traffic. Stateside, you want to look left, right, before you make that turn because incoming traffic is going to run into you. Trading is the same thing. You always look left and see what is to the left of today's price action. If you do that, you're going to be safe. In this case, when I look left, I see a ton of resistance up here. Okay, a ton of selling once you hit this level. Okay, enough of that. What else, guys? I know AIM. Let's look at your stuff. TPST, and then I know Miem, you were doing TPST too. I wasn't trading today. I was quite busy with some stuff, so I didn't get to do a lot. Tempest Therapeutic. Okay, this I need to look at the day as well. Tempest Therapeutic jumps on positive data for liver cancer combo therapy trial. Nice. Did you guys score big on TPST? I mean, it completely gapped up. Where? That's like 3,972%. Holy moly. Well done, guys. If you guys got in on TPST, congratulations, man. Holy cow. So from where the price was to where it even started trading, that alone was 808%. 808%. Oh my gosh. So this goes to show that you should never chase, first of all. Opportunities to trade in the market exist, right? If you weren't there to trade it, nor or if you didn't have the funds ready to trade it, then really that trade isn't yours. But you can always be prepared for the next opportunity that the market throws at you, right? Learn from it and see what else you can do. So right now, wow, this stock was, oh my gosh, this is amazing, guys. TPST. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. I can't TA this stock. I can't. I would be lying to you and pulling stuff out of my rear if I tell you that I can TA TPST because I can't. Yeah, I don't even know where to start at 4,000% up. Other than the fact that congratulations to everyone who made money on this. Um, okay, so that being said, I'm done drooling. Let's truly jump in and look at what we can expect. Okay, for the stock. Obviously, price is now 18%, 19% to the 3 EMA, 50% to the 8. How is this even possible? Holy cow. Yeah, it's obviously oversold by a bunch, right? If this thing drops and you're chasing it, you're gonna be holding the bag. So I mean if you guys like, we can obviously continue to track TPST. I don't mind doing that. Let me add it to our list though. Wow, that's awesome, guys. These are the trades that I would love to just day trade with you guys. Let's look at what happened on, let's see if there are any charts. I mean some patterns that we can look at on the 10-minute here. I'm very curious. How would we have traded this? All right, so let me see. I mean, it sat and consolidated at a buck for a very long time, like 40 bars. That's like 14 hours. Not very long. And then suddenly it just went ballistic. So something we can definitely take away from this is look at where the price started to expand. Price, you had this big fat green candle. It went from 80 cents all the way up to a dollar. So it bounced off of the 50 on the 10-minute chart above the 28 3, and then from that point on it revolved around the 3. So if we were day trading together, I would look at the 10-minute chart. Okay, I would then look at the 3 EMA and the 8 EMA along with the 200 the 20. Price will revolve around the 3, and it will come down every now and then to check with the 8. As long as price doesn't consistently close below the 8, it can come down below it, but as long as it closes above, you're okay. Okay. If you were scalping this, this would be, I mean, if I was trading this, I saw this, I would honestly say, you know what? I think I'm going to be scaling out right about here, especially if I bought in at a dollar. I mean, that's a huge gain. I mean, that's like 453% gain. So that being said, I would have scaled out, and then if I saw that the first second candle closed above the 8 again, and it still respects the 20, I would have probably bought back in right here. I would have probably bought back in right here and then continue trading. That is if your trade management rule allow you to trade in and out. All right. A lot of people, a lot of traders. Yeah, and we can check AVTX as well. A lot of traders, once they're out, they don't come back in, and then they miss this whole run. We could just continue gap up on the 10-minute chart. Gap up, came back down, respected the 8, right? So what's obviously from seeing what you see here, how price revolved around the 3, touched the 8. Let's see how many times it touched the 8. Bam, touched the 8, touched the 8, massive, touched the 8, touched the 8. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Chances are price will come back down, touch the 8, and look how further away the 20 is now from the price action. So this is going to be your next support level. If you buy in now, you better you better be prepared for this to drop to $6 pretty quickly from $8. And if you bought in and chase this right now, you're going to look at about a 30% loss. Should it come down and touch it? If I was going to trade this, and if I think that there's still going to be more upside to scalp, I would wait for this to do this. Okay, come down, test the 8, come up, test the 20, because guess what? The 20 is going to come up right around here. So I'm thinking 20 is going to be like 734. And if it doesn't break the 20, if it doesn't break below the 20 and respects the 20 and then bounces back up again, then yeah, this stock is extremely, extremely bullish and it can continue to go higher. All right. I hope that game plan helped you guys to see my thought process in terms of how I would trade this. My only concern is this is like a head and shoulder already in this very small region. So how does this play out on the 1 hour chart? Yeah, 1 hour chart is very similar. It's just gone too high. 1150 could potentially be leg. Yeah, I think 1150. Hang on a second. I think 1150 is going to be leg 2 to 3 right here. This is once this is said and done, and we come back and map this. This is going to be leg 2, point 2, and then this is going to be 3. So what does that mean? That means that it's going to retrace down to 4. 4 will probably be blah blah blah. Where's my 4 is probably going to be like right here. 4 and then 4 and then 5 will probably be up here somewhere. And then it will start to retrace down to A. So I'm just gonna rough this out. I'd love to come back with you guys and see, how accurate this is. So 4 to 5, and then A is gonna be like an oh my god, did we just die roller coaster ride? So A is gonna be down here. All right, TPST. That's my really quick eyeballing. Okay, what's next, guys? TPST. See, RVLP, and then we'll look at AVTX. Okay, I know we TA'd RVLP, and I'm super proud of one of our trader. She took what I mentioned earlier in the week and came in and totally nailed it at the high of. I mean, she came in and just sold at the height at 19. I'm so proud of you. I love it. I love it. I love it when you can appreciate the gain, appreciate money, appreciate the win, because every win adds up to bigger wins. Okay, it gives you the confidence to understand and trust the TA. So, where is RVLP right now? Doji rule today. Doji rule today. So whoever's asking for RVLP, Doji rule. We had a Doji yesterday as well. Sort of. It's like a spinning, like a gravestone Doji here. So my rule of thumb is yes, today it did open higher and it closed higher than yesterday's open, and it's above the 3. And it's really important to point out that, look, I keep telling you guys, right? When price comes down and check with the 3 and it bounces straight up, it's like a trampoline. You're jumping, right? As long as you have the strength to bounce up and down, you're not gonna just quit and get off the trampoline. When you quit and get off the trampoline, that's where this 20 SMA kicks in. Okay, that means that you've given up, you've lost. But as long as you still have the momentum and the strength to go, then yeah, it's bullish. That being said, tomorrow, watch same thing as what we saw today. You gotta see what happens with trading tomorrow, because it could go either way. This is very, very similar to what we saw with AMC. AMC opened today above, gapped up, and kept moving up. Same concept. RVLP. I also want to point out that it was bullish for price to come down, hit the A, and then bounce right back up. This is almost an inside bar. Closed. It had a high of 19 cents, and this is a high. Yeah, like 2/100th of a penny. This I would almost consider as an inside bar. This is a second inside bar for sure. This is the parent bar, inside bar, inside bar. You notice twice it's come up and hit the resistance, the 50 SMA resistance. Volume is 38 million share today, 42 yesterday, and 96 the day before. Oscillator showing it's pointing down. RSI is showing it's parallel. Stochastic is oversold. I would definitely watch what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow could be another consolidation day, possibly, but I would watch it tomorrow and see what happens. If it's another inside day and it closes above, it could be extremely bullish. It's just with our VLP right now, it's the market is still is undecided in terms of where it goes next. And the nice thing is, if tomorrow, yeah, so if tomorrow, my thinking is if opens tomorrow, close above, I mean, breaks above the 50, comes down, test it, watch the 50 SMA tomorrow on the day chart. If price closes above the 50 tomorrow, then the next day would be almost a good entry. The thinking with trading is I would now, as a mature trader, I I would accept buying at a slightly higher price, knowing that it's the trend has reversed to continue on the upward trend versus buying it cheaper and risking losing money or going down further from there. Okay. So today's indecisiveness has me concerned, but it is still above the 8 EMA. But if you bought in down here at 10 cents and it's now 15 cents, what I would do, and again, this is not financial advice, I'm not giving you financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I am telling you, the strategy would be is to stay in the trade until you have a bar that closes below the 8 EMA in this case. That tells me that the sentiment has changed. But right now, the sentiment is extremely bullish because it did come down, check back with the 8, bounce back up to the 3. So the 3 and the 8 is like, think of it as like parent-child relationship. You've got the mom and the dad. You can use whichever role you want. Price will go back and forth. You being a child, go back and forth between the mom and the dad. Let's say you're at Disneyland. You always have to check with your mom, your dad, mom or dad, right? You don't usually go off. If you go off on your own, you get lost, bad things happen, and then this is exactly what happened here. Okay. So I hope that analogy helps with RVLP, and we'll come back and check on this. AIM, you want to look at AVTX. I think we TA'd this before. AVTX. Okay. I like it. Wow. I actually I drew this out a while back. I haven't seen. Okay, so okay. It nailed the top, the bottom, the top, and it reversed back down. And now it's consolidating and respecting the moving average. Who asked for this? AIM? Yeah, so AVTX, pretty freaking bullish on the 1 day chart. Pretty bullish. Let me correct this. Let me move this here. Okay. I I would say that this is extremely bullish. You've got a convergence happening here. I would say it's pretty close. Wow, it is pretty close. And depending on what you're buying. Hey, Joe, how are you? Depending on where your entry is, it's looking delicious because oh, I'm foaming at the mouth. Hold on, let me take a drink. Oh, wow. Okay, let me take a step back here. You've got, okay, so you've got price consolidation. You've got price respecting all four of the major moving averages. And where the heck is the 200? Is this a new? Oh, okay. There's the 200. 200 is up here at $2. Oh, good entry. Yeah, that's a pretty good entry. Good call on that. In my opinion, that's good entry. All right, so if you guys have been following me, you know how much I love when price respect the moving averages and all the moving averages converge together. Okay, the three cross up above the 8, the 20, the 50, and so on and so forth. Today was, in my opinion, a defining day for AVTX. Came down, closed the gap because it closed yesterday at 14.2, opened today at 14.7 with a low of 14.3. So you've got like a hundredth of a penny gap there. It's fine. It's fine. I'm splitting hairs at this level. But notice how price opened above the A and then push up, basically. I don't have a pattern on the 1 day chart, but I can tell you that if within the next two, three, four, next 4 to 5 trading days, if it does this and it comes up here and you've got, if it can break above the resistance at like 29 cents, come down and test it, okay, and make its way up, you should see this price target here, because that is the measurement of, hold on a second, here to here, okay? Then you take that and you project that up here, and your price target is going to be 50 cents. Very bullish. Something has changed. What's this here? Why have a lot of stock is up today? Benzinga has something on the 26th, but that's old news. Sure, we won't go there. Okay, so again, look what's happening here. You've got kind of a cup and handle formation, possibly. Okay, one of these days we're going to look at why cup and handles are bullish. Okay, why the formation is bullish, and I, as a bull bias trader, I love cup and handles. I mean, it's like, and I love drinking coffee too, so maybe that's, they go hand in hand. But AVTX, AIM will remind me every day. Okay, remind me every day. I'll either do a wrap up this Friday, or I could post some images or TA in our community for you as an update. All right, team. What else are we looking at? Are we good to go, or is there anything else we need to look at? GNS was up for like a buck 15, buck 18 yesterday. And then what happened today? It just completely knifed today. 2.4 million shares sold off. So the run up was, yeah, I mean, come on, guys. For GNS, if you had traded this and you got 61% gain and you didn't consider taking some off, and you saw this gravestone doji here forming yesterday, you obviously got lucky and just gave a lot of your gains away. Something to consider. You're welcome. You're welcome. Any updates on AMC? Oh, hey, hello, Joe. Would you mind going back and watching the beginning? Because I TA AMC first. Yeah, either scroll back or rewind back or watch it later. I went into depth on AMC earlier. NVOS. Did someone ask about NVOS? I TA'd this some time ago, and I guess it was back here, right? And I said it was going to come down to about 33 cents. Um, so yeah, so it's nailed the price target. It nailed the price target that for NVOS, but right now being how red today was at 21 million shares, my concern is you're gonna end up seeing a 3 bar breakdown. One, two, and then possibly retesting the 50 at 23 cents. Okay, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying that I've seen this pattern enough. I've seen these these biofarm price action enough to know that, yeah, this pattern is just like here, back here. You're gonna see this a lot, repeat over and over and over again. Okay, hello Joe. Tell me about the 6-figure buys on the AMC today. Did someone buy in? Did someone cover? If you don't mind, share with us what you know, please, because I don't pay attention to the fundamentals or anything like that. So if you can please let me know. Yes, the Pixel 8 Pro is coming tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, can't wait. It's like my unboxing desk back here. All right, guys, let me know, Joe. Hello, Joe. Tell me what you know about AMC buy-in today. I'm recording you. Hey, Meta, start recording. Okay, so Hello Joe said I saw a 101,000 buy at 10:38, and there was 600,000 buy after hours. Hmm, that's amazing. Do we see that reflected on the price, or did they pretty much scoop that into dark pool? Let's see, 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk AMC again since I think do we cover everything, guys, on the list today? Do we cover everything? Someone confirm with me unless there's something else. AMC. Let's see. AMC. Yeah, so I drew out this first price target. I drew out the new price zone a couple of days ago, and look what happened. AMC literally tested the top of my price zone. So now we've got this very, very massive, dangerous, bearish harmonic pattern that's possibly still a deep crab that is that's just really pissed off right now because obviously the bulls came in. See this deep crab here that was supposed to retrace back down to $8.62 and $8.12 respectively. Well, look at that. It got massively larger because price kept getting pushed up, but it still respected the ratio. So you can look forward and backward. The beginning of this massive potential pattern started on September 14th of 23, and today is October 12th, and it's still in progress. So this is leg 2 to 3 on the 1 hour 1 day chart. This red line right here. And I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping that it continues, and let me show you why. Okay, so I'm going to do a fib retracement. So right now 3618 from this leg down to here, 3618 would have been $10.11 right here. But no, remember our doji rule came in, pushed it up, and now it's 4236 at 1052. So yeah, I'm as much as I want AMC to continue going, I'm not gonna lie, it's making me nervous. As a now cautious trader, it's hit its peak. It's hit its peak. It should, like, the harmonic pattern tells me that it's completely oversold, but it's not out of the oversold yet. I'm sorry. backtrack 20 seconds. The harmonic strength index indicator shows that it's in the overbought area, but as a bull, I'm not too concerned until price drops. Until the oscillator drops below 87%, right? So as long as it's still trading up in this overbought area and it bounces around, okay, as long as it does this, and even comes down a little bit and bounces back up, it is extremely bullish. So as a technical trader, I don't use just price moving averages, but I also use the oscillators to tell me the potential reversal. And then this is a highly modified version of the RSI. It hasn't even hit overbought yet. There's still a lot of room for this to go. So if you put 2 and 2 together, literally, where does that put price? Oh, look at this beauty. Price target 2 that Vince has charted out. And that brings price to 1161. This really should be green, right? Because it's bullish. And then if you look left, like a smart trader that you are, you'll see that there's a small gap here that needs to be filled. And that next gap fill is going to be 12.99. And look what's happening here, guys. You have this gorgeous cup up here, probably here, and then you're going to probably get a pretty nasty handle coming down probably here. And then you've got this massive cup that's forming that will get you all the way up to this gap fill at the hop for my optimized pricing. I'm going to say it again. $2.71 was the turning point for AMC to get back up to the 30 and 38. I'm sorry, 30, 38, and then 44. Had none of this shenanigan that happened. Shenanigan. Okay? Shenanigan. Okay? All right, enough of that. Um, so that's AMC. I mean, I have lots to say about it because there's a lot that needs to be said in terms of where pricing is going. Okay. All right. TUP. Oh, wasn't that one stock that just ran like crazy? Tupperware. Oh yeah. Let's see what happened today. Let's see. Tupperware stock rises more than 50% for largest gains. You know, these headlines, Market Watch, isn't it moronic? They should almost tell you why it went up 55%. I mean, and that, of course, it didn't load. Wah, wah, wah. Anyways, let's look at the TA. This is why you pay attention to the TA versus the news, because you get crap like that. So stupid. Okay, so the 4 hour again showing, right? As soon as you see this resistance level, you're like, all right, is that it? Is that the run? Is it, I mean, can we expect this 200 moving average to continue to come down? And will price come up, bounce against it, and then respect that and just come back down to the 50? I mean, is that a possibility? Heck yeah. I mean, when it's gone this high, yeah, of course that's a possibility. Of course that's a possibility. I love you. I wish I had gotten like 20 of these shirts because I would literally wear them every day. Absolutely love it, but they're sold out. Can't get them anymore. So I guess price could potentially break above the 200, and that would be extremely bullish. But right now, I'm gonna say gravity's gonna kick in, guys. And it's going to get slapped down because of this 200 period moving average. And look at the day chart. Oh my gosh, smack up against the 200-day moving average. Forget everything I just said. Screw that. Forget this, because that's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen now. What's gonna happen now is price will start to retrace, in my opinion. Okay, my opinion, because look, it's oversold in the oscillators, so I'm expecting that. I'm expecting. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There's still room in the. Huh. I don't know. I think there could be another 3 bar break. Hang on. I was too quick to process that. Hold on. There could be a gap up. There needs to be closure. I bet you it'll gap up. Price will gap up, shoot up, and then that will close out. Hold on a second. That will close out. That will push this up. And see, because the RSI is already oversold. Okay, so that's early. The harmonic strength indicator is just late. So my thinking is tomorrow it should have one more good day of run. One more day of run, and then from there I anticipate, so this would be a gap up. Okay, so I would say this is going to be a gap up tomorrow, and then it'll just retrace down to the 20 to start with. Okay, so that's where you're going to get this retracement on the indicator as well. Okay, all right, I hope that helps with TUP. 4 hour supports it, the 1 day supports it. Let me look at the 1 hour chart. Wow, that's a nice breakout. Ooh, okay, let's measure this really quick. Hold on. Let's measure this. So the breakout. So it nailed the first target already based on this falling wedge. So I took the bottom of this falling wedge, measured it to the top to get the what I would call the 100% of the run. Okay, so I just basically took it from here to here, and then where the neckline is, the breakout, I would then put my arrow there, so it lined up exactly with the breakout, the price target. So then it had so much momentum that I got pushed all the way up to here. And if you look left, remember what I said about left traffic resistance? You got all these resistance here on the left, to the left. You gotta pay attention to the left. Look left. Look left. Okay. Yeah, TTG, I will. Give me a second. I can't give you a review on it just because I'm under embargo with Facebook, or sorry, Meta. Look left. Okay. Always look left. So basically, if I was trading this now and I'm deep in the green, and not financial advice, I would definitely consider scaling out, just because there's a lot of resistance up here for TUP, and it's already moved way too much, guys. It's like 102%. Oh, 102%. Okay, I wish you guys luck on these trades. I can't express how proud I am of you guys for picking the right triple A trades to be in. I'm really happy for you guys. Okay, TTG. These are hang on a second. So these are Facebook or Meta smart glasses, and they partnered with Ray-Ban to make these smart glasses. So you've got 2 cameras up here. You have 2 speakers, 5 microphones. Okay, 5 microphones, and it comes in a variety of colors, comes in a variety of lenses. The one I picked was the Ray-Ban G15 lenses. So indoors, they're super clear. They're super clear. Outdoors, they will transition to be sunglasses. And I can say something like, "Hey Meta, take a picture." As you can see here, took a picture. "Hey Meta, start recording." And it starts recording. "Hey Meta, stop recording." And then obviously you can play music. There's nothing that goes in your ear, but the sound quality is so good. And then the people around you, they can't hear what you're listening to. Carrying case. So the carrying case has up to 8 hours of charging. I'm sorry, 8 additional charging for the glasses itself. The glasses itself is supposed to have up to 4 hours, I believe. And so if you guys look here, these are my Ray-Ban prescription glasses. See, they're very similar, and I opted for the very similar G15 prescription lenses as well on these. And so when I go outside, they transition to sunglasses. So as you can see, they're so close to being similar to each other. Okay, so the size I have is just the standard size, 150/22, meaning that the hinge to hinge is 150 millimeter. The bridge is 22 millimeter. And the only difference between the regular and the extra large is the height. So you're with the extra large, you get about 3 millimeter higher, and the temple is a little bit longer. And for me, this works out fine because I don't like the stem to be too long. And so you get notification. Eventually, the smart glasses is going to have AI. You can say, "Hey, my pipe just bursted." The camera will look at and go, "Oh, okay. Let me go see how I can figure out to tell you how to fix that." And then you're supposed to look at be able to look at a building and ask, Meta and say, "Hey, what am I looking at here, Meta?" And Meta is supposed to tell you, "You're looking at the Eiffel Tower. You want to know more information?" And then if you say yes, then they'll go into this whole spiel. Is that a good enough explanation? Yes. So I got these. Yes. Hello, Joe. You can get prescriptions in these, just like my regular glasses here. These are prescription. These are minus 550, I want to say. And so as you can see here, they're pretty awesome. I wish you guys can try these out. I went to my orthodontist today and let her try it out for the first time. She was like, "Oh my god, this is so amazing." This is awesome. Yeah, so you can get prescriptions in these just like my prescription glasses. They're essentially the same. They're both Ray-Ban, except this has carbon fiber and it's sweet. This is thicker. Are touch sensitive. So tapping, stop, play music. Swiping up is for volume. Back is to lower it. The shutter button's right here. The power button is just really nice and slick. It's on the inside here. Man, overall, I love it. I can't really give you guys a review yet, just because I'm under embargo for another week with Meta, and I don't want to get in trouble. Obviously, I want to respect their request. Um, and by the way, there are 5 microphones. I just did a stupid video where I was popping those packing poppers. I'll upload it later for you guys so you can hear how amazing it sounds. So the theory around spatial recording is you've got a mic here, mic here. I believe there are two down here somewhere, and then there's one here on the nose piece. So what that does is it allows for the smart glass to be able to hear you when it gives you command, or when you're recording sound, it's supposed to create the spatial map of what you're recording. So when you listen to a headset that supports spatial audio, um, it will then play back in spatial audio. So cool. Anyways, yeah. So the pair I have is actually the most expensive. It's like $379. You get at Ray-Ban, or you go to meta.com. The one right below that I think is 329, and it's got the um the polarized lens. The clear one is like $300, and you get different colors. Overall, it's, I mean, these glasses, the lenses alone are like $700 because they're prescription, transition, ultra thin. The frame was another $300. And so when you put things into perspective, and this is something that you would wear, especially if you do road trip, right? So you've got like 2, 3, 4 hours of battery life, and you can stream music, and you're driving. There's sunglasses, um, or you would pay. I mean, these sunglasses from BMW alone are $240. So it all comes down to value and what you get out of your technology that you purchase. Is it a good value or not? And again, the case itself, I love it. I mean, the minute you put it in, the minute you put the glasses in the case, they start charging for you. And it tells you based on the indicator how much battery you have left. USB-C charging on the at the bottom here. And is there anything like your coverage at the Yanko? Yeah, I mean, the review will be on Yanko. It'll be on DL Mag. I'll do some videos on it, just like I'm discussing with you guys right now. It's just that I can't show the unboxing or full review out of respect for Meta and other people who also got the product to review. It's just something that we honor, basically. We want to honor our agreement with the companies not to do a full review. So I do have some videos up. I think on put up at my iPhone channel. I think I put up some stupid video of me brushing my teeth at the ortho to show you how good the video quality is. 1080. Uh, just kind of see for yourself. It's very convenient, and 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 yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. That being said, all right, back to TA, guys. Anything else you want to look at? Anything else? Let's look at AMC. How is it doing after hour? Let's see. After hour for AMC. Yeah, it's God, it's coming really close up to this zone here, and it's the 10-minute chart is coming out of the oversold right here. It's coming out of the oversold. So I want to see if it can stay above the 50. Fancier crypto. I'm going to tell you right now, XRP hasn't done jack without even looking at the chart. But just to humor you, I will look at XRP. Which one? Um, which XRP? You want Binance? You want Binance? Or you want, let's look at Binance. Okay, so 1 day chart. Oh, 1 day chart. Yeah, see, XRP. On the day chart, okay, so one of two things can happen. It's almost hitting oversold down here. It's already in the oversold down here. But look at how much further it can go. Okay, look at the oscillators here. Um, so you've got this, you've got, so it's in the oversold. We are in agreement that XRP has entered the oversold area, right? Let's just get that out of the way. From the top of this triangle down to the bottom is 12.8%. Okay. Setting up the foundation and the basic here. Right now, it could do one of two things before we go back and look at the chart. Okay, because there are big patterns for XRP. I'm just waiting for the pattern to get executed. But here's the danger here with XRP is, do you want to risk the oscillator coming all the way down to here back in August 17th of 23. Do you want to really, really, really risk this happening here? Do you want to risk this happening here, that happened here? Because most likely, the way I'm seeing it, it could do this again. It could do this, come all the way down to the oversold before it bounces up. If should that happen, now look at the chart. Should that happen, where is price going to drop to? Probably the hop, the harmonic optimized pattern for reversal right here, down here at 33 cents, and we're sitting at like 48 cents. Why would you want to risk waiting for a drawdown? Because that could potentially happen before you can see any movements to price target 1 and price target 2. You gotta ask yourself, what is the risk and reward for XRP? Do you want to risk? Do you want to risk this much, which is 25%, to gain a potential 25% to price target 1? Uh, Last I checked, that's like breaking even, and the risk of it going back up to 62 cents for me to gain that is kind of low right now, right? So risk reward, you gotta ask yourself, what is the risk reward? And if you look at AMC, hang on a second, let me add, so I don't have to search for it. Look at AMC. Remember AMC's pattern down here that I had? Was it AMC? There was a pattern here that we were looking at. And yeah, here we go. Okay, so AMC had this bearish pattern, right? Had this bearish pattern, but then the bulls came in and said, "Screw you. We're gonna invalidate this pattern for now." And then so the pattern ended up expanding itself bigger, following the same trend, but just expanding itself. So think of a perfect circle expanding into another perfect circle circumference in all direction, respecting the ratio or square or triangle, whatever. Now go back and look at XRP day chart. XRP has a bullish pattern, but that bullish pattern is expanding every day, just like AMC. So knowing and seeing what you see with AMC, would you trust, this is point B right here. This is very important. Once I have point B, I can determine the ratio for the rest of the pattern. Okay. You simply apply the ratio, the golden ratio, or whatever ratio is pertinent to that harmonic pattern. So right now, there's a potential that XRP could drop another 6 cents at some point, maybe even further if this pattern continues to expand. It's the same pattern, it's just expanding, like it's just literally expanding, respecting all the ratio around it. So what is that? What's the first thing it tells you? It tells you that human traders cannot create a perfect ratio or perfect ratios to formulate a pattern. It has to be done algorithmically. And if the bear still sees there's weakness, they're going to continue to push this down. So you will see this continue to expand down, and look at how it's respecting the price as I push this down further to the hop at 33 cents. So the question is it worth the risk? The risk and reward right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not worth it right now. I want to see I want to see this. I want to see I want to see it, meaning price and the oscillator, come down into the oversold and pop out of the oversold before I even consider entering. Because once you're out of the oversold, that means that there are buyers entering to buy up the shares in the oversold. Until then, you have no indicators to tell you that this is a good trade right now. And as a personal note, this is what I did for my the big part of my trading career was hopium. Someone tells me it's a good trade. I hear someone say something about a stock, and it's like by the time I get in, it's too late, and I have to write it down, and hopefully it goes up. But as I mature into my career as a trader and as someone who is helping you understand chart, I become much more patient. I become much more knowledgeable. I become a stalker, not stalker, but a stalker of the ticker, meaning that I will watch it daily. As it gets closer to an opportunity, then I will spend more time. Just like AMC, right? I made a video saying that AMC is going to be bullish tomorrow. I think it was like if you look, there's a $9 on the picture right around here. As soon as I saw this happen, I sat up and took notice. I mean, even though it popped out of the oversold, it took a while before it took off. And I combined all my knowledge between price, moving averages, and oscillators, and I determined when was a good entry, and that was when I made the AMC video right around the third that AMC should see a reversal. And look what happened. As soon as it was able to break above the 8 EMA, which is a green line, it continued to respect that on the way up. On the way down, it respected it as well underneath. So conversely, it's going to respect it going up. All right. Does that help? Hello, Joe. I don't see a happy ending for XRP yet. There's still just so much gloom and doom right now for this crypto. In fact, you're not. I don't think anything's gonna move until Bitcoin, the big boy, moves. I honestly don't think anything's gonna happen yet. All right, hey guys, we have gone for like 77 minutes. I know 20 minutes of that went to my Smartglass, which, in fact, I think I'm gonna just put on. I still can't figure out how to get this out, like, so I don't break it. Not that I can break it, but all right. If there is nothing else, let me know. We'll we'll look at it. But if not, I'm gonna conclude here, guys. Is that it? Are we good? We're good, right? Are we good? Just keep in mind, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Not here to give you financial advice. Um, My name is Vincent Wynn. If you like the video, if you like the content, I'm not only going to talk about stocks, I'm going to start about talking tech, automotive, things that might make a good tip for your life. So just follow me, like and subscribe to the videos and to the channel, and then we'll talk some more. Have a great night and happy hump day. Today's hump day, right? Wednesday. All right. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.